about mental health, depression, anxiety, it's all a myth, a Western state of mind, not something we talk about. We don't talk about mental health. Our mother tongue doesn't have such terms. Only in English do we hear it explained. So in the minds of many, the meaning is blurred. We don't talk about mental health. Our boys, they're men. They're providers. They're hard, they're tough, and they're strong. I never did meet one who was a crier. We don't talk about mental health. So Auntie is silent when Uncle tells his daughter she's deranged. I mean, he's just stressed because he's worried that all the problems he brushed under the rug will one day be found by the suitor to whom her marriage is arranged. We don't talk about mental health. I mean, how dare we say that we're depressed? Look at our families, our houses, our cars, our lives. Look at everything our parents left behind to give us the best. We don't talk about mental health. We don't talk about mental health. It's not a condition, it's a consequence. If we just stayed loyal to our cultural and religious roots, we could have avoided such a sentence. We don't talk about mental health because an invisible illness is not an illness at all. It's our own fault because of our own betrayals, our deviations, our weakness, our sins. We don't talk about mental health. I mean, that's just how we are. That's just our tradition. That's just our culture. That's just how things are, right? Right? Well, some of us do talk about mental health. British Asian cricket star Monty Panasa talks about mental health. Of the masks he put up, trying to hide any signs of pain, and in traditionally masculine environments, he gathered courage to speak out. British Asian MP Sarah Sakana talks about mental health, of the never-ending hate and abuse from the anonymous population, and how in such toxicity she can combat those who try to bring her down. And I started talking about mental health, how I struggled without realising it, and how talking opened a path for me to find my own truth and healing. So we need to talk about mental health, so that we don't bring trauma to the next generation, we don't repeat mistakes, or we don't regret living in the past without changing for the future. We need to keep talking about mental health, to educate those who are uneducated, to create a language for our community who can't understand it otherwise. To understand that faith does not ignore mental health. To create a culture of normalising, to open the path for those hiding, and to remove a mask from the collection we built to help us to adapt and just simply exist. Our community, my community of people, British and Pakistani, Indian, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan and more, can talk about mental health, need to talk about mental health, will talk about mental health.
You hear the story about the girl getting the A-star grades, getting into Cambridge, Oxford, medicine. See, that's what people expected of me. By the end of year 7, I was already achieving a grade C and destined to be the employability case of my family. So I set my eyes on the one goal, and it was go, go, go. And I never thought to take a break. But life isn't one straight line. There's twists, turns, drops, deep drops I discovered. Secondary school with undiagnosed ASD and multiple health conditions took a toll on me, as well as my parents' health getting worse meant I had to take care of all. Sleepless nights, anxiety, stress, slipping away was my goal. I wallowed in self-pity. Poor me, why me? There's nothing wrong with acknowledging the bad times, but I never reflected and asked myself why. But I picked myself up and I put my eyes on my goal once again. Again it was go, 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 and yet again I never thought to take a break, despite the ASD, being a young carer and the health conditions. The line of my life was riding high, ready to drop. But I stopped. I took a deep breath, in and out. I took my time to think, who am I? Where am I? Who is around me and what can I do now? I set my eyes on my goal once again, and I took my time, and I took my breaks. I did memorise this. It's very stressful. I've set my eyes on my goal once again, and it is goal. But I'm taking my time, taking my breaks, accepting everything and everyone around me, all aspects of my life, not just the ones around my goal. I'm back on the straight again, but I'm sure my future will have many more twists and turns for me to face. But watch this space, because I'm prepared, you see. Because bouncing forward isn't just the future, it's thinking of the future, remembering the past, and thinking about the now. Thank you for listening to us.